recording? Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to Sabrina J. Sorry I haven't been getting my weekly videos on Wednesday and they're becoming a little late. I procrastinate to the last minute. So I'm going to do 2 videos in one day now. So I can catch up just in case next week's video is a little late. So what I have for this video here today is 4 interview questions that I think are kind of dumb. So, and how you're supposed to answer them and how you want to answer them. The first one is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What you really want to say is not working here, working somewhere else, unless you're at your dream job that you want to be at. But most cases that's not the case. So you're just like, I don't know what really to say. What you're supposed to say is something along the lines of bettering yourself in the company and making the company better. That's not what anybody wants to really say. So the next one I have here is, can you tell me a little about yourself? Which is kind of a trick question, because what they're looking for is, don't tell me about your personal life. Tell me about yourself and how you can put yourself in the position that you're applying for. And I completely go off the wall on this one, and when I go to an interview, it is not like that for this question. I kind of get that in at the end, because then I start thinking, because I get really nervous with interviews. Any type of interview, I'm just like, I don't want to be here. I hate interviews. And so with that question, I usually go off to my personal life to start out with, and then gradually get back to what they're actually wanting. So I don't know how well they're taking it. So, but I have been hired at a couple places, so apparently I'm not doing anything completely wrong. The next question is, have you ever had to bend the rules in order to achieve a goal? You always say no. Even if you have bent the rules or not listened to them, you definitely say no. And if they ask you, is there any situation that you would? Say no. It's a trap. Don't go for it. They are going to get you with that one. So always say no to that. And there's no rule that you can bend that will make it okay. There's no changing it. That's the number one answer that they want to hear, is no. Just don't do it. And the last one I have here is, at the very end of the interview, they ask you, do you have any more questions for me? In my mind, I'm going, no, I asked all my questions during the interview. I don't have any more questions. But what they're looking for is 2 or 3 more questions that you have, either about the company or about the position. That doesn't involve the pay. Don't bring that up. That's terrible when you go to a job interview. You're basically selling yourself to this company, and you don't want to be like, so how much are you going to pay me? That's making it seem like you're only there for the money. Even if you are, don't do that. Ask 1 or 2 questions about the position, or like the hours of the position if it hasn't already brought up. Or a simple, no, I can't think of any. Because I really don't think of any, because I'm always asking in between the interview while he or she is asking me the interview questions. But those are my 4 main ones. And I just randomly looked them up off the internet, and I've had a few of these in interviews. The number one that I hate is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know. I don't think about anything. Heck, I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Who knows? But that's all I have for the interview ones. Leave your comments below on some interview questions that you've had and how you've answered them, as well as what's your worst interview. My worst interview that I'll just go off with a story here. My worst interview is for a company that I would be on the phones all day long talking to customers. And throughout that, I was so nervous, and I didn't ask any questions. I did my typing test and everything else, all the qualification tests, because some companies do have you do qualification tests, and I don't know how I did on those. But when I got to the interview with me face to face with the person, I was so scared and nervous. I would not look at her. I was looking out the window behind her or looking around the room. And don't ever do that in an interview. Make eye contact, or just flat out tell them, I'm nervous, I don't like interviews, and I just get really nervous with them. And they'll understand, and they'll kind of take that in consideration if they're a nice person. But yeah, that's all I have for the interview. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my channel, Sabrina J, and I will hopefully have another video for you next week. See ya next time.